What's up? Man, back at you with another video. Appreciate you guys for taking the time out your day to sit and watch me talk. I want to talk about something because okay, my name is Van Man, and I said it's in the description. It's in the description of my channel that I talk about van life as well as other things going on. So I gave you how to survive in the heat. I'm gonna still mix it up, but I was scrolling through YouTube today, and I was checking out the news because basically that's how I get my news is YouTube. I get everything through the phone. What's up? And I was watching some news out of what was this? Out of Detroit about how this manager in a McDonald's was stabbed to death. Black lady. She had 6 children. And I learned this from Nino Brown's channel. Nino Brown did the research for me. Shout out Nino Brown. I appreciate the information, bro. He's got a good channel. Check him out. He's funny too. But it's a story of a McDonald's manager in Detroit, black lady, and she was stabbed to death by another black lady who was her employee. And this other young lady that stabbed her, she had a social. She was an introvert. She didn't mess with nobody at the job. I can respect that. That's another video. But I'm gonna stay on point. She don't mess with nobody at the job. She's self-introverted. She don't deal with nobody. She just come, show up. What I got to do, let me get this money. That's what I do. And but the young lady who perpetrated the crime, she had a social media page, and while she's an introverted work, she's got her social media where she comes alive and she can be herself. I get it, I understand. And she's chronicling the stuff that's happening to her, the experiences that she's having with her boss at work, or supervisor, and how her supervisor comes in. She said, y'all act just like my kids. I got 6 kids. Y'all act just like my kids. And the young lady said in her video that the lady, her boss, had made the statement talking about taking her belt off and whooping ass or something, some of that nature. And the one thing about Nino Brown's video was telling me about, and I could go with him 50%, I'll say. But due to my personal experience, That's why I say I can go within 50%. Because due to my personal experience, working in fast food, yeah, I ain't always been an electrician. I've worked at, let's see, because I grew up in Nashville and I wasn't too far away from, I wasn't too far away from everything. I was within walking distance of a Burger King. I worked there. A McDonald's. Yeah, I worked there. A Taco Bell. I worked there. Not long. I ain't worked at Taco Bell or McDonald's long. I worked at Burger King. I can get down with Burger King. But nonetheless, Denny's, Captain D's, Shoney's, everything that was there. And I have what I'm saying, I say that to say this. It was, first of all, the supervisor was a black woman. Her employee was a black woman. And I'm going to keep it a buck. Black women do not like each other. Okay? I need you to understand that. From the gate. I need you to understand that now. So, this young lady, she go to work, do her job, she get off work, she do her online persona, whoop, and she telling everything that's going on. She's chronicling the problems that she's encountering with her supervisor. And how can I put this? It was a lot of petty stuff. And while respecting Nino Brown, he was making that young lady out to be crazy. I won't say she was crazy. Well, but listen. That's why I gotta go 50-50. I was listening to the young lady talk about everything that was going on at the job, and I can understand because I've worked fast food before. Like I said before, I've worked fast food before. Wendy's, I worked at Wendy's. Wendy's especially because I've had a black female boss before, supervisor, and I know how they can be. Black women, they like to come in with all that, like treat you like they're children or something, like you're a child. Don't matter if you a male, female, or whatever. Black women just had this thing, they come in, and black women, you're going to get mad at me, but it is what it is. Because other people understand what I'm talking about. But black women come in and they be mad, they all they need is a position of authority. And then so while I say this, that with her and that young lady, send that young lady home, whoop-de-whoop, did it 2 days in a row. And a lot of people, man, who in supervisory positions, because I just left that. And I'm an electrician. This is another different field. This is another different field. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is a totally different field. I've had the experience of a bully boss. Dude was a bitch. What's his name? Damn, I call that bitch's name out if I could. Anyway, I know that black women supervisors can be petty because I dealt with it at Wendy's. All that, treat you like a child and all that, and they running, they act like this their house or something. And she was treating that young lady like that, and that young lady was like, man, she was chronicling, talking about, that shit gonna catch up to her. Whoop-de-whoop, this, hey. kept cutting that young lady's hours. And supervisors, I'm going to tell you, need to cut that. Listen, that mistreating people just because you have a supervisory role, that shit done. That shit is dead in 25. Because everything is high and the pay is low. The stress is high and the pay is low. Everything else is high, but the pay is low. And you sitting up here being petty, cutting people hours, sending them home early, like they ain't got a life. Listen, rest RIP to the supervisor, because I ain't gonna say that, but that young lady didn't need to do that. She didn't need to do that. I'll just leave it there. She didn't need to do that. But with that said, you supervisors who think, because they are supervisors, just because they got a job of a supervisor, they run around acting like they're God of the world. And what you supervisors need to know, that while you already probably struggling to pay your bills, what do you think is going on with your subordinates who make less than you, who got the same car note, insurance, churn, rent, utilities? They got everything that you got. And you, because you in your feelings, or you feeling some type of way, or you want to demonstrate your dominance, you going to cut their hours, do all kind of petty shit to just basically fuck with them. And because you hold that position, I'm supervisor, I'm boss, I'm general foreman, yeah. You think you act like that's, man, you act like there's some kind of like layer of impenetrable steel, or I don't know what the hell you think that is. Because you have dominion over some people and their hours and their life and their livelihood, that you can just play with that. And I'm saying to say this because I understand that, like I said, women don't like each other. So all it takes is a little at odd, and the one that's higher is gonna start fucking with the one that's lower. Just picking this, that, and the fifth for, and that's why the young lady, while some of her behavior was questionable, but the stuff that was coming out her mouth, I could understand, because I've been through it. I've had supervisors like it. I've got supervisors like that. Now, not right now currently, but when I was down in Florida, Danny, I wish I knew that bitch's last name. I found out his last name, I'm gonna tell y'all. He's old bitch ass. I'm a grown man. I'm say, hey man, because normally this is construction. Hey man, I gotta go to the doctor, bring me a doctor's note. I'm a grown ass man. And I'm gonna give it to you, another grown. Who the fuck is this going to? How much higher up can this go? The owner? God? What? I mean, really what? Bitch, you ain't paying me if I ain't here. So I'm just telling you, look, I ain't gonna be here such and such a time. That's it. I ain't gonna be there. I'm at the doctor. I'm in the well. I'm at the doctor. I'm at the I get my eyes checked. I'm at the bar. It don't matter. I ain't there. I ain't getting paid. What you need a doctor's note for? I ain't ran into that shit in years. But see, that's an example of how motherfuckers get a little power. And they like to take that as an opportunity to be petty. Not to say that lady was being like that, but I've had a black woman boss before. At Wendy's. Way back a long time ago. I remember how she was. So I know how they can be. I know how people are. That was just a black lady that years ago, but I had a white dude. Same monkey ass shit. And I'm like, but I'm an electrician. I'm looking to advance my career, and like, people know, these supervisors know, some of them, especially in my position where I am and where I'm at. People know, people don't want to go to jail, people don't want to lose their, you have something to lose. So they pick on you because you have something to lose. And they can do whatever they want to do, because they're going to be all right. Because you reacted to the petty shit that they were doing. And they was wrong as fuck. But you reacted. Justifiably. In many cases. Not that case. I'm not saying that case. But just say a good ass whooping. Because that's what a lot of these supervisors need. A good ass beating. A pumpkin head. Couple of weeks in critical. Just on the precipice of death. And get your ass back on this side. That's what it takes for some of them to learn their lesson. I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. That's the way they roll. That's the way it rolls. Not just on not in my profession, on my jobs. In a lot of jobs. Think about the jobs. Now, think about me being as an electrician. We make substantially amount more money than a fast food worker. So, but thinking a fast food worker got the same pressures and everything. We all got the same pressures, the rent, the all of that. So think about somebody making less. You a supervisor. Hell, you in a fast food joint. You making less than me. So your subordinate making less than you. And then we all got the same pressures. And you gonna try to add to the pressure by doing fucked up shit. And think just because you have this position that, like I said, like it's some kind of impenetrable, come on, man, some kind of shield. Your job, your position. Oh, this person might be one, hey man, they might be getting ready to get evicted. You know, a couple of hours off from being evicted. Thrown out, lights cut off, everything. And they just might be at the point where, and have other shit going on. And they just might be ready at the point where, shit. State trades. Okay. The pressure's high nowadays, y'all. The pressure's high. They quit fucking with people, man. Leave people alone. Everybody going through something. They already got a pile. They don't need you to throw one more on. Especially if you are in charge of their livelihood. Supervisors, I'm telling y'all, you better keep it business now. You better gain some insight. You know. But y'all ain't gonna do it. Because it's the power that makes you drunk. Oh, they gotta. Okay. Keep fucking around and find out. That's all I got on this video, man. I'm just RIP to the lady, the supervisor that met her in, and I mean that sincerely. And prayers for, because I think she had 6 children. Prayers out for them 6 children. But let this be a lesson to you in supervisory positions. Hey, listen. You don't know who ready to go. You don't know who is ready to say, hey, orange jumpsuit, I'll take a 2X. You know what I'm saying? Shit, chicken on Sunday. Okay. Stay trades it is. Let me go and handle this motherfucker. I'm telling y'all. Stop fucking with people. Stop letting your position overrule your common sense. It's 2025. Everybody ain't going. They don't mind taking the state trade now. Remember that. Fan Man told you that. That way.